some years ago, since I left from my island to go to the mainland, like the old folks would say. As I walked up the gangway and I stood on the starboard and I gazed on the harbor on a grey foggy day. Summer days, they were warmer then, when we laughed with the old fishermen, and they cursed when the fog rolled in. Then they made up the hay. It's been more than a long, long time since I held you and called you mine, and we waited for the sun to shine on a grey, foggy day. In the early morn, to the sound of the old foghorn, and wait for the men to return with their boats in the bay. All these things I don't see no more when I lived on the old Cape shore, and I gazed on the boats on the moor on a grey, foggy day. Summer days, they were warmer then, when we laughed with the old fishermen, and they cursed when the fog rolled in. Then they made up the hay. It's been more than a long, long time since I held you and called you mine, and we waited for the sun to shine on a grey, foggy day. And as long as my heart doesn't break from those old memories, old lovers and old used to be, I'll come home for to stay. I can still hear the ocean roar through the hills on the old Cape shore. There are no fishing boats anymore, but it's a grey, foggy day. Summer days, they were warmer then, when we laughed with the old fishermen, and they cursed when the fog rolled in. Then they made up the hay. It's been more than a long, long time since I held you and called you mine, and we waited for the sun to shine on a grey, foggy day. And I pray that the sun will shine on this grey, foggy day.
Thank you. to wake up in the morning to the quiet of the cove and hear Aunt Bessie talking to herself, and to hear poor Uncle John mumbling wishes to old Nell. It made me feel like everything was fine. I was born down by the water, it's here I'm gonna stay. I've searched for all the reasons why I should go away, but I haven't got the thirst for all those modern day toys, so I'll just take my chances with those saltwater joys. Following a little brook as it trickles to the shore in the autumn when the trees are flaming red, kicking leaves that fall around me, watching sunset paint the hills. It's all I'll ever need to feel at home. This island that we cling to has been handed down with pride by folks who fought to live here, taking hardships all in stride. So I'll compliment her beauty, hold on to my goodbyes, and I'll stay and take my chances with those saltwater joys. How can I leave those mornings with the sunrise on the cove and the gulls like flies surrounding Clayton's Wharf? Platter's Island wrapped in rainbow in the evening after fog. The ocean smells are perfume to my soul. Some go to where the buildings reach to meet the clouds, where warm and gentle people turn to swarming faceless crowds. So I'll do without their riches, glamour and the noise, and I'll stay and take my chances with those saltwater joys. Some go to where the buildings reach to meet the clouds, where warm and gentle people turn to swarming faceless crowds. So I'll do without their riches, glamour and the noise, and I'll stay and take my chances with those saltwater joys.
Slow things down again now, Kevin, and get Wayne to do another song called Down by the Ocean.
You want me to do the thing with the clamp?
I seem to know what it's used for, but
It heightens the pitch of your instrument, you see?
to heighten the pitch?
Well, it's not going to help your sex life, Ray. Well, look at it too hard, Coffee.
Oh Lord, I have traveled and oh, I have roamed, and my shoes are all worn out and my clothes are all torn, and it's hard to remember the places I've been, and there's no way of counting half of my friends. But now I'm down by the ocean, down by the bay. Don't try to drag me away. I'm down by the ocean, I'm down by the shore. Let me sleep to the sound of its roar. Let me sleep to the sound of its roar. Let me sleep to the sound of its roar. Well, I've traveled the prairies and the lone western towns, Spent long, lonesome mornings in big factory towns, and chuckled at quarrels over two-spoken tongues. Lived wildly and freely when life it was young. But now I'm down by the ocean, I'm down by the bay. Don't try to drag me away. I'm down by the ocean, I'm down by the shore. Let me sleep to the sound of its roar. Let me sleep to the sound of its roar. Let me sleep to the sound of its roar. Well, someday when I'm crazy and my eyes they just stare, I might find my body a long way from here. Well, just burn me and throw me in a river that's long, and let me flow to the ocean to the words of this song. And down by the ocean, down by the bay, don't try to drag me away. I'm down by the ocean, down by the shore. Let me sleep to the sound of its roar. Let me sleep to the sound of its roar. Let me sleep to the sound of its roar. Let me sleep to the sound of its roar. Let me sleep to the sound of its roar.
Now when I was a younger boy, to the rope cliff I would stroll, and climb the fence and sit under rock to view the waters below. It's there I sit and meditate about the men in the sea, and quickly turn my head to the point where fishermen used to be. My thoughts of the trawls, the boats, the traps, it was the thing of the day. And the brook that ran down through the rope that made its way to the bay. The fish on the flakes, so goodness sakes, it was a sight to be seen. And the capelin rolling on the beach where fishermen used to be. I remember the names of men in the cove who worked so late in the night. They worked the soil and made the hay when the weather it was right. And further down the old long rung, the horses running free, and in the meadows by the brook where fishermen used to be. Now a special time for everyone is about to get underway. The cakes, the bread, the pots of soup is now the talk of the day. The school is lit, the fire is in, with everyone in the glee. For in on the floor there's dancing galore where fishermen used to be. The sea and school are empty now, they were so precious to me. A way of life no longer there is just a memory. But it's hard to forget the days of the past with everyone in their glee. And I think of it now and what it was like where fishermen used to be. I often stroll down to the wharf with my daughter hand in hand. She asked me how it used to be when I was a younger man. It's there I sit and meditate about the men on the sea, and point to all those places where fishermen used to be. And point to all those places where fishermen used to be. If I had me sooners, I sooner have a schooner. When we block the dories up, we sail away from motorboats. I'll spend the rest of my sailing days rolling on the deep, rolling on the sea, boys, roll along the deep blue sea. And if I had me druthers, I'd rather have me brothers, the younger at the rigging and the elder at the wheel. And when we hoist our sails away, we'd roll up on the deep, roll up on the sea, boys, roll along the deep blue sea. Everything was my way, for I'd no use for highways. Neptune breeze would blow us on as mermaids swiftly sing their songs. And as her stays and sheets go taut, we'd sail up on the deep, sail up on the sea, boys, sail up on the deep blue sea. Lest I must be dreaming, from now on I'll be steaming. What use is my old body, oh lady, is the goods all gone. But many's the day I spent of my youth that sail up on the deep, sail up on the sea, with me brothers on the deep blue sea. Diddly diddly dum, diddly 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 dum.
I believe it goes something like this. Can't place that down. The same, can you remember when I was at it? Well, I could do a lot better than I can now. But I used to come down to Ice Gather time. We had it pretty good then, didn't it? Suppose I'm 76 years old. I'm doing all right. So I'm in mind function that maybe. Huh? But sometimes I
I've done a lot of living and I found no matter where you go the old world round, they always go together hand in hand. Where there's one, there be the other, music and friends. Skies turn to gray and hide the sun. With tired hands their daily work has done. Nothing seems to turn things round again and make the old world right like music and friends. Music and friends, it's so good to bring together music and friends. Side by side, no one can break them when we take the time to make them. Nothing else can take the place of music and friends. Music and friends, it's so good to bring together music and friends. Side by side, no one can break them when we take the time to make them. Where there's one, there'll be the other, music and friends. Nothing makes the old world right like music and friends.
I remembered a time when my grandpa and I would sit by the fire at night, and I'd listen to stories of how he once lived by the glow of the kerosene light, by the glow of the kerosene light. He said Mom and Dad sent me off to school, where I learned how to read and to write, and they'd listen for hours as I read from my books by the glow of the kerosene light, by the glow of the kerosene light. Your grandma and I, we were wed at 16. Lord, she was a beautiful sight. As proudly I placed the ring on her hand by the glow of the kerosene light, by the glow of the kerosene light. About 1 year later, your daddy was born, and your grandma held my hand so tight. Oh, I can't tell the joy as she brought forth new life by the glow of the kerosene light, by the glow of the kerosene light. But having her child, it did weaken her soul. She just wasn't up to the fight. But she looked so peaceful as she went to her rest by the glow of the kerosene light, by the glow of the kerosene light. Then, as is now, the times they were hard. To succeed you would try all your might. Sometimes love bloomed, but sometimes dreams died by the glow of the kerosene light, by the glow of the kerosene light, by the glow of the kerosene light.
What work is moving down? Don, is she going to come back here, Don?